Guys, this is not safe for kids, not safe for work. This is not going to be safe for anyone. And if you want to support the channel, you cannot. I took my links down and replaced them with the links to a fellow YouTuber who is in need of a little help and is much more deserving than me. Because let's face it, I am not very nice. I saw that Sweetcast mention the media coverage on the Expendables with Richard Meyer, so I took a look at Bleeding Cool and was pleasantly surprised to find that Rich Johnston gave it a ringing endorsement, which is a bit odd because Rich has a history of attacking Meyer and Ethan Van Sciver. I'm not sure why Johnston hates Meyer so much, but I suspect it might be a sexual thing. Meyer's $8 Austrian corporal haircut must have been a real turn-on. I think Johnston hates EVS because EVS is a comic pro who isn't in lockstep with the agenda. Plus, EVS's grandfather put Johnston's grandparents on a train. We can only thank God that they escaped. I read the article, and I won't read it to you verbatim. That's why I'm using this other background. Because it's long, goes on. But basically, he was excited to see that the new comic come out of Comicsgate. He thought it was a breath of fresh air that comics so desperately needed. Admittedly, he did throw some insults about EVS's obesity, hairline, and general insanity, but I won't repeat those lowbrow ad hominem attacks because I am all about class. Rich felt that the whole diversity thing had been an experiment that has failed because, in Johnston's own words, diversity is just sort of gay. Johnston went on to say that the writers and editors in the mainstream are talentless hacks who are only there because of their far-left political views, or they're just to be work girlfriends who are great at sucking dick. He specifically mentioned Heather Antos and the Milkshake Girls, but he said things that I just can't repeat here. Then he reminds us, in his own words, how do you think Gail Simone got her job? She wasn't always a whale, you know. He mentioned that Kelly Sue DeConnick won the Best Cocksucker Award for most dicks sucked in a lunch break, narrowly breaking Mark Waid's old record of 36 dicks. Kelly Sue DeConnick sucked 37 dicks, to completion, mind you. Congratulations, Kelly, and let's all wish Mark Waid better luck next year. We're all eagerly waiting for Ignited to be rebooted in a few months, because when Kwanzaa and Waid team up, it's really an indescribable experience. It's weird that Ignited wasn't successful. It's set in a mythical town in Arizona that is filled with something other than Spanish-speaking Mexicans. It's set in a strange world where groups of blonde men go around committing acts of terrorism. Has Waid ever been to Arizona? It's basically Mexico now, with its vibrant, diverse levels of home invasions, struggle snuggles, and murder. It's a shame Ignited only went for 5 issues. Well, it's true that the 5th issue only sold 1,500 copies. Now that I think about it, who is the market for a book written by Waid and Kwanzaa? A censored millionaire and his token purse puppy go around telling the beautiful people of the light how it's not actually black or Hispanic people committing crime, it's all these blondes out of German central casting. What planet is Waid on? Clown World. We are on Clown World, run by clowns like Waid. Rich Johnston had to admit that Comicsgate was the injection of excitement that the soy comic industry so desperately needed. Johnston said, "Crikey, mate, can't we for once just show a Muslim grooming gang, or a diverse stabbing in London, or maybe an acid attack by those religion of peace buggers?" Sorry, Rich. I don't think even Comicsgate is that woke. Rich said that while The Expendables was great, it wasn't really for him because it was too masculine, and he was more of a rear-entry, power-bottom gamma boy. His own words. Rich said that he didn't feel he was capable of handling all the testosterone within the pages of The Expendables. In fact, he admitted that he felt intimidated by the 70-year-old Sly Stallone because Rich's wife has an adult pleasure device called the Italian Stallion, and she never uses enough lube when she uses it on him. Rich congratulated Chuck Dixon and Myers and admitted that Bleeding Cool's attack of Comicsgate arose out of an inferiority complex and self-loathing, mostly because Rich Johnston is a failed comic writer who wrote a racist comic that made fun of black people from the South. Why Rich Johnston hates black Southerners is beyond me. I think he lives in the UK. So one would think he would hate people in his own country. Those grooming gangs, am I right? In fact, the whole thing of Remainer types in the UK with the Trump derangement syndrome, it's a bit weird. Your country is being invaded by Muslims. Maybe focus on that. If I remember right, Rich Johnston defended the Muslim child snuggle gangs by saying that those kids were asking for it because they weren't dressed in burqas. Hey Muhammad, stop sending me death threats. Rich Johnston said it, not me. I 100% Islam taking over the UK. I hope you guys convert every synagogue and temple into a mosque, because we all know that diversity is our strength. I can only pray to Allah that Johnston is enriched by the diversity. All your UK belong to us. But Rich Johnston thankfully lives in a lily-white enclave away from all that vibrant cultural enrichment. So I guess technically he wants diversity for you, but not for him. Now that I think about it, that does seem a little weird. You know, thanks to Johnston's repeated attacks on Comicsgate, or as I call it, comics of peace but with less rape, Comicsgate has blown up. Guys like Johnston and Waid brought millions of dollars into Comicsgate. It's actually similar to how CNN got Trump elected with all their free publicity. They hated Trump so much that they were blinded by what people really think of them. The more they bashed Trump, the more people realized that they were only getting one viewpoint from the news, the globalist one. Their mask really seemed to fall away when Hillary collapsed like a sack of potatoes and had to be thrown into the back of her limo like a fat old drunk. Before that, Hill Dog had had long coughing fits and what looked like epileptical episodes. But while you would assume that the health of a presidential campaign would be relevant, the mainstream media refused to address it. But YouTube and Twitter got videos that went viral, so the media had to cover it. People started to mention Soros and the globalist agenda and what was really going on. But CNN didn't sense the change in the wind. They thought that people would just accept their white man bad narrative. Thankfully, now due to the alt media on DLive, BitChute, Gab, Telegram, 4chan, and even the Twitter underground, there's a growing movement of groypers who are speaking truth to power concerning the real enemy, the dirty, dirty smear merchants who control the media. Okay, and by the way, everything I just said is as truthful and accurate as Rich Johnston's article, which is to say it's a complete fabrication. But I bet a little nobody like me with a $40 Kindle and a broken tripod is trusted more than a propagandist like Rich Johnston. Enjoy those grooming diversity gangs of peace and the cultural enrichment. Damn. Diversity is not our strength. Unless you're talking about, can we import these people into America? This is the kind of diversity we need. I need to stretch this video out to 10 minutes. I was going to take a look at some Indiegogo campaigns, but then I got distracted by this. Damn. That dress doesn't even fit her that well on the bottom part, but I don't even care. It's stunning and brave. Okay, let's take a look at Indiegogo real quick. That's the opening shot for the Expendables Go to Hell graphic novel by Chuck Dixon, Kelsey Shannon, Richard Meyer, and Sylvester Sly Stallone. That's a great image. That's a great. I would love to see that colored. I'm sure it's yet to be colored, but it is phenomenal. Okay, some interiors. You've got special forces type dudes, some kind of elephant, a Mustang with a 50 cal. Browning on the back, or maybe a 30, I don't know what that is. Space aliens. A lot of action. This kind of has a weird Temple of Doom feel to it, though a couple years too late. But it's also got submachine guns that look like they're from the World War II era. Unfortunately, a Mustang killed an elephant. That's brutal. Okay, the Dunes, Arrakis worms. It's all about the spice and the tooth. I don't know what the storyline. Oh, they go to hell, or they fight enemies in hell or something. He got these signatures, and he had 25, and they were $1,000 each, and they went, I think, in 2 days. So Rich Johnston at Bleeding Cool, Mark Waid, I don't know, all the mainstream Marvel comic, DC, Image, Dark Knight, IDW. Just go I mean, I say something so stupid and petty like go suck a fat dick, but you guys are watching people who are willing to pay $25 plus $5 to $10 shipping, or they're willing to overpay for a premium product because your product that they can go down to the store and buy for $4 is so freaking bad with your far left political hatred and racism. People are willing to pay $35, except for Clint Stoker's Sweetcast, which his first book was only $15, and I guess his second book, Downcast Part 2, is $20, I think, plus $5 shipping. So he has managed to cut the margins pretty thin. So congratulations to Clint Stoker of Downcast, and for his, a little bit. But my point stands. Marvel and DC and all these others, they suck so badly. And it's because of people like Rich Johnston, who really does have a comic out. And he really does hate Southerners. He's very racist. It's surprising to learn that some of these far left people have a history of racism. It's bizarre. It just shows you how full of crap they are. Anyway, you guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll put Tristan's from Nerdette's Newsstands link below. And I know what you're going to say. I hope she sees this, bro. But she's got some dental care she needs. And we all know how painful a toothache can be. So if you got $2 to give, or if you're going to give me $2, please give to her instead. Because you know how nice I am, which is to say, not at all. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next episode.